Hey, what's going on? This is Sample God, and this is How'd You Make That? Now, I've been dropping new songs like goddamn every goddamn week. And honestly, I ain't gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep dropping. I got songs with Hollywood Pat, Wizzy One Time, Van Cleef. I got way more tracks that's finna come out real soon. So every week, Hollywood Pap is for sure dropping, and I'm every other week. Now we're talking about every other week. Let's talk about a track that is super fire, super dope, and super out right now. So if you want to see the behind the track, you know where to go. You go to Hollywood Pap's page on YouTube or even on Instagram. And he tells you the whole story behind it. And y'all been rocking with me for a long time. Y'all know where to find it at. So let's get into this track right here. This is one of two tracks that I just merged together and gave it to y'all. So let's get into it right now. And shit like that. Give me a second as I plug this up. Alright. We Gucci. Alright, so let's get into this one right here. This is called Jumping Out the Gym. Now, Jumping Out the Gym. Now, this track right here. Whew. It's one of them. So, there's multiple screens. I'm gonna pan from this screen to the next one. But let's get into the first thing. So, like I said, y'all already see where I got my shit from right here. From the goddamn Logic, right here. Yeah. So let's get into this one. Now, I like what's going on at the moment. You feel me? It's very simple, it's repetitive. So now let's bring in, how I give it up. Yeah, I crushed the shit out there. I was watching Help Me Devon's live today. And boy, Lord Jesus, believe you me, man, the way he was like, I don't want to say destroying people, but the way he was critiquing songs, I'm looking like, God damn, imagine this nigga critique mine, nigga. Just look at this frequency right here. Cut the fuck out all this shit. But to me, hey, it sits well for me. I'm not going to tell y'all, hey, y'all cut y'all frequencies the same way I do. But whatever works for you, works for you. It works for me. And shit, I do so many other things, so. But that's neither here nor there. This is how it sounds like. Okay, so then we got the reverb. Let me see what I got for the reverb. Oh, vintage reverb. See, now it's like, it's thin, but it's right there. And it spreads so the vocals sit right there in the goddamn middle. Which I like. So, yeah. After that, I'm a nigga, threw another goddamn reverb on top of that. But this reverb, I didn't really do too much. Let's see before and after. This is before. It's after. To me, this one just added a little more darkness to it, and then add like super more reverb. It just added put a little more body to it. It's like a bitch that had big ass titties and a big butt that she need a little bit more meat on her bones. They like, here, go eat a burger or two for a month straight and see what's gonna happen. Just add a little umph to it. So now I'm like, I don't need to be doing too much in my mix, so I panned it left and right. So it's going left and right. So now that's doing that, I don't really have to worry about, a lot of things. So now we get to this next part right here that most 97% chance I just reversed it. And then I didn't want to do too much, so I just cut more frequencies out too. So it's now very thin on top of this. So that's what I did. And it's like you have the Indian effect. That's just imagine like being in a hot country and then you have like bugs around. That's what this feels like. It's hot and there's bugs. It's just swarming around you. And that's pretty much how I wanted the beat to, or the melody to go off. And then I was like, always got to add certain things to, give it more of a, can't just have those two things playing. I gotta give still another feel to it too. That's just me. I don't think everybody has to do what I do, but it works for me. So we got this piano right here. So, me, I gotta take the frequencies out. See, I ain't do too much on this one. Then I put the reverb. Then I had to put some gross beat, half-timed it. So like I said, I be having my own settings and shit like that. And I just cut a couple frequencies from the settings that I usually have. And then this was what came with the melody. So I just kept it on. They ain't doing too much to disturb me, so. Then I put this amp because I'm looking like I don't need it to be doing too much. I just need to be given a feel. I don't need to be, it's too much. Because the other melody is doing everything. This is just like in a dream world. Yeah, I like my dream world metaphors. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just one of those. So then I bring this up right here. And it's not doing super much. But to me, I feel like it added a little something. See? Without it. So to me, just pushes things, remove things just a little. And then after that, we got the gain. To bring it back, now it's like, I remove the stuff that I didn't want. Now we just added some volume to it. And now we bring all of them together and it sounds like this. And my fault, I got them all goddamn open and shit. So it's now like the first two plugins that I've getting, not the plugins, the sound effects or the melodies are like super high in the air because the reverb pushed them out so far. The first one is so far, then the second one was like right under it. So it's like the first melody, then the second one, and then the third one is in the middle and just spreading out through the whole thing. So they're just all, it's like gumbo soup. It's just a whole bunch of concoctions put together and this is how it sounds. And that right there is so amazing to me and just brings so much life. So that's the melody part. You see how I took the melody from here and I was like, man, I gave up on this shit. So I shelved it, but I quickly took it back. Sounds like, yo, I don't know what to do with this. So I bounced it. Once I bounced it, I listened to it like 100,000 times. I was like, yo, you know what? I'm about to put some drums on there. So once I put drums on there, this is when I came about. Come on. Don't do me like that. Technical difficulty. All right, I'm back. So now we got things where it needs to be. Give me a second as I mute this. Yeah, I see that I don't be bullshitting, man. This is directly from my mixing and everything like that. This ain't awesome. So that. So you see how it is right here. You see when I made the track. Made this track what November 16, 2023. So yeah, if y'all don't, and I took out a couple frequencies again, a little bit. That was a little disturbing me. Not bad. I took this out. That's with it, without it. So to me, I just felt like I needed to take a little bit more out. And I did, and this is what I came up with. You can see around here, the middle part is really there, that's fine. It's really just over here, but I just want to make sure, for sure. Just want to make for sure, 5 sure, Jersey Shore. Okay. So now, boom. Now the hard part is done. It's time the easy part, that fun part. You already know how my plugins get down. It's the same, pretty much. Oh, matter of fact, I did start changing up later with this, but pretty much almost the same. You know, these are my pants, and I think I gotta show you again because this the newer ones just like this straight through. But let's now look at how these move. All right, so let's see if I did too much. Oh yeah, see, I was drunk. I don't know why this looked like that, but this is how it sounds like. So like I said, I don't be out here trying to do too much. Let's keep it simple. Let the artist roam free and do what the fuck they have to do to make this track come to life. You already got it to where it needs to be. Now they got to bring this more to life, like, you know. So I don't want to do too much with hi-hats. I don't think you ever seen any of my songs that I'm doing too much with hi-hats. Never will do it, never will, never want to, never, 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 never. Never gonna get, you know the rest. So yeah, the snares. This is like the same snares I've been doing. And you see where I got this. So I ain't gonna tell you the story. I got this shit right here. It's put in the story, but this, it's like, it's old school. This feels like those old school snare claps. And I was like, yeah, I might want that old school shit. So, and then, you know, like I said, put my double on the second one. Got the sizzle one. Like I said, I'm very away from using the sizzle one, but this one I just needed a darker snare to help this one out, especially on the good part. And I put them together and sound like this. Usually I put on every other one, but I said, sometimes you don't gotta always keep doing the same shit. So I just had them to this one more in the middle, this one out there, and just a lot of snares. It's very strong. So this is how these sound together. And then I don't even think I got an open hat or anything like that. Wow. Yeah, that's just so now we switching things up. So then now I come with the kick pattern. I put something different. I put an overdrive on it. Cause I was like trying to mix this. I was struggling to get the kick to like pierce through. Like now in the future, for sure, I'm gonna turn up my velocity to the max. I'm like I said, when you see my old projects, I used to drop the like the kicks and everything directly on the project. So whatever files that's being carried on from the wave files is directly there, so it's hitting the same way. But I think when you put it on like a MIDI or whatever, the velocity changes and stuff like that. So now I struggle. This song and Darling, those two, and Hands, those 3 songs right there were pissing me off with the kicks. Cause I'm listening to my old mix, I'm listening to this, so I'm like, yo, this is pissing me off. But the new mixes that I'm gonna work on very soon, I'm gonna put them up on www.nolanesforever.com. These kicks are gonna be super modern, super different. It's gonna be straight from my brain. So I'm gonna be putting these out very soon. But let's get back to this. So I got this aggressive kick. because it wasn't cutting through like I like. It's probably mixing and mastering problem. That's ain't nobody perfect. But even on there, I took out and then I ran them through like a chain and shit like that before it could cut through. There's different techniques, you feel me? I'm trying my best to help myself to help y'all have this in your face and in your ears. So I try my best to learn different techniques and I'm trying it out. You know, forgive me if I'm trying things out on y'all and myself, but we in this together, you know what I mean? We experienced it together, so. But this is the kick pattern, I just want to play the kick by itself. So you hear it, like you hear the kick. That's what I love to hear the kick and feel it at the same time. Like I don't like songs that I can barely hear the kick, but the 808 is going crazy. I can barely hear the snares, but the 808 is going crazy. Like, nah, I try to really get that. But that's what probably makes this song, what made me say, fuck it, because that was what I was going for a little bit, just a little bit. I tried to implement the super old school South shit with modernish, but it felt like the 808 was like, nah, nigga, we ain't doing that, nigga. OG way. So, and that's what was probably pissing me off, because it's like I'm trying to avoid it 100%. I'm trying to make old school modern be in harmony, but this shit was like, nah, nigga, 05, nigga, 06, 07, old school trap a lot, nigga. So, and that's what the problem was trying to figure out. But now I'm bringing this 808 super cutout. Yeah, I brought the, like I said, and then this is, y'all go take it. This is like a preset that I started doing myself. I think this is my sample guide one. And like I said, I try to have this communicate with the other thing for it to help it out. And then this is what I started doing. I was like, oh, this is muddy. It's taking up a lot of frequency where my vocals at. Let's show it before. This is, see, it's taking so much frequency for the vocal. Matter of fact, I can even take this off. Let's see if it'll show it. Like, look at all of that. It's not too much in the 2K range, but I want my, I want to just chill. And, so that's pretty much what happened. And yeah, I see the patterns, you know what I mean? I can still the patterns, you know what I mean? It's already pat in, so. You know what I mean? So yeah, and after that, that's pretty much it. And now we have the whole track. Started from the beginning. So yeah, that is how I came up with it. Like I said, this is just me finessing, working on new things, trying out new things. And probably with my newer future songs, I'm gonna be testing more things out, trying more things out. So when y'all like, oh, this like these new songs that's coming out is gonna feel different from the next leg of these new songs that's about to come out. Trust me, because I'm still learning, still getting better with time. And that's what y'all here for. Y'all want to see a nigga grow. You feel me? You want to see a nigga get better. And that's what you're seeing right now in front of y'all is a nigga getting better, man. And I'm showing you how I made that. And this is just one part or the first half of a two-parter. And this one is called Jumping Out the Gym.